Many growers in the U.S. have embraced precision tools in agriculture as a way to more efficiently use fertilizers, chemicals, and other inputs. Nebraska Extension Cropping Systems educator Nathan Mueller recently talked with us about how much more accurate those tools have become. Nathan says those resources can now give farmers better information when making management decisions.
Something that's really come along, and there's a lot of options out there, is farm management software. And really having those tools, you can bring in different layers. And one of the things we've been collecting for a long time now is yield maps. But something that's probably a little bit more, that's been around for a while but not really used, is soil EC, or soil electrical conductivity. And that really helps us fine tune the maps that were made by NRCS in the 60s and 70s. And they weren't mapped at the precision that we need for agriculture today. So meaning if there could be a 2.5 acre area in an area mapped as one soil that isn't the same kind of soil. And 2.5 acres is enough that we want to manage that differently.
Why is that so critical to have it even more precision than it's already been?
Yeah, when we talk about developing variable rate applications, whether it's fertilizer, but the big one is seed. Growers and industry are really interested in variable rating corn seed or seed populations across the field. And then it really depends, your seeding map or your prescription map is only as good as your management zones. And so those management zones, you need different components to look at that. Yield history is great. Also, knowing your soils really well. I always ask you, you might know your banker's first name, but do you know your soil's first name? And knowing the characteristics of that soil. And so we can get a finer resolution map with that soil EC. It really picks out different textures across the field, and we know that those textures affect the plant available water.
That soil from one end of the field to the other, how much can it vary, and why is that such a big deal?
Yeah, it can vary from a silty clay in a river bottom to a sandy loam all in the same field in the matter of 100 feet. And so there's a lot of variability out there. And a lot of those boundaries or those areas that they mapped out, sometimes they got them pretty close, but maybe were just shifted a little bit. Well, again, a 50 foot off is something we can now manage that we couldn't manage before in terms of precision ag.
Are you an advocate of using a lot of different tools or a lot of different mapping systems or types of maps in order to make recommendations?
Yes, I would say having multi-year yield history is a great layer to have. Also aerial photos, because you can get a higher resolution image of maybe what's going on in season and when you take those during the season. And then complementing that with a finer resolution soil map using soil EC, whether that's with an EM sled or a Veris rig. Both of those are great options. It's not real expensive. I know with the cost of inputs and the lower commodity prices, but for like the Veris rig, for example, that cost me about $15 per acre on my field. And you're also getting pH on the go, and you're getting an organic map of your field. And so just in the lime savings, only a quarter of my field needed lime. So I already paid for that. So I really got the EC and organic matter free in my case.
How difficult is this for someone to start using? If they've never done a lot of precision ag stuff before, is it, should they be timid about it?
No, we actually just finished up with 10 precision ag data management workshops across the state. And we had about 140 people attend, and that was in concert with Laura Thompson and Joe Luck. And so we had anywhere from beginners to more advanced uners, and we'll continue to offer those trainings this coming year, probably some out in western Nebraska this summer. So no, we're trying to work with producers to get them up to speed in utilizing the tools we have available.
The CropWatch website has more information on precision ag tools. We'll link to those resources on the Market Journal homepage.